The Arizona Cardinals have made a defining decision for their future, hiring Mike LaFleur as the franchise's next head coach. It's a move that signals a clear philosophical direction, one rooted in modern offensive design, adaptability, and a belief that structure and creativity can coexist. Mike LaFleur arrives in Arizona after serving as the offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams, where he played a central role in shaping one of the league's most flexible and situationally intelligent offenses. While he may not carry the headline recognition of some veteran head coaches, this hire is not about familiarity or nostalgia. It is about alignment. To understand why the Cardinals made this choice, you have to understand where the organization is right now. Arizona has been searching for identity. Over the past several seasons, the team has cycled through philosophies, personnel approaches, and expectations without ever fully settling into a sustainable direction. At times, the Cardinals chased explosiveness. At other times, they emphasized rebuilding. The result was inconsistency, not just in wins and losses, but in how the team looked week to week. Hiring Mike LaFleur is an attempt to end that drift. LaFleur's coaching background is steeped in one of the most influential offensive movements in modern football. His work with the Rams placed him inside a system that values spacing, timing, and adaptability over rigid play calling. Offenses under this umbrella are designed to stress defenses horizontally and vertically, forcing them to defend the entire field while simplifying reads for the quarterback. That balance is intentional. Rather than relying on improvisation alone, LaFleur's offenses are built on answers to pressure, answers to coverage, answers to in game adjustments. The goal is not just to score points, but to remain functional when defenses take away the first option. That approach matters deeply in today's NFL. Defenses are faster, schemes are more complex. Playoff games are often decided by which offense can adjust after the initial script breaks down. LaFleur's experience in those environments is one of the reasons Arizona targeted him. But this hire is not just about offense. It is about leadership style. Mike LaFleur has developed a reputation as a teacher, someone who communicates clearly, who values preparation, and who builds trust with players by explaining not just what is being done, but why. That trait becomes critical for a young roster or a roster in transition where buy in determines whether schemes succeed or fail. For the Cardinals, that teaching element is essential. Arizona is not a finished product. The roster includes talent, but it also includes unanswered questions. Quarterback development, offensive consistency, and defensive cohesion are all areas that need clarity. LaFleur is being brought in not to mask those questions, but to organize them. His experience with the Rams also exposed him to a culture where details matter. Los Angeles emphasized situational football, red zone efficiency, third down conversions, clock management. Those areas often separate good teams from great ones, and they are areas where Arizona has struggled at times. LaFleur's influence there is not about copying a system, it's about applying principles. The Cardinals are not becoming the Rams. They are becoming a team built on similar foundations, adaptability, structure, and communication. One of the most important aspects of this hire will be staff construction. As a head coach with an offensive background, LaFleur's choices on the defensive side of the ball will carry enormous weight. Arizona's ability to compete consistently will depend on whether the defense complements the offense rather than existing separately from it. That means alignment in philosophy, communication between coordinators, and a shared vision for how games are managed. LaFleur's leadership will be tested early by those decisions. Quarterback development will also define this era. In the modern NFL, head coaches are often judged by their ability to maximize quarterback performance. LaFleur's background suggests a system that can be tailored rather than imposed. His offenses are designed to reduce hesitation, encourage rhythm, and create defined reads while still allowing room for creativity. That flexibility is critical. Rather than forcing a quarterback into a rigid mold, LaFleur has shown a willingness to adapt concepts to personnel strengths. That approach builds confidence and consistency over time, especially for quarterbacks who are still refining their game. The Cardinals are clearly betting on that process. This hire also reflects a broader trend across the league. Teams are increasingly willing to trust younger, system oriented coaches who understand modern defensive challenges and offensive countermeasures. The emphasis has shifted away from pure experience and toward relevance. LaFleur represents that shift. But relevance alone is not enough. Head coaching demands more than play design. It requires managing personalities, setting tone, handling adversity, and maintaining perspective when expectations rise. LaFleur's transition from coordinator to head coach will test those skills quickly. Arizona appears prepared to give him that opportunity. This is not a short term hire, it is a belief driven one. The Cardinals are not chasing instant transformation, they are chasing coherence, a sense that everyone in the building understands what they are trying to do and how they are trying to do it. That clarity has been missing, and it is exactly what LaFleur is being brought in to establish. There will be skepticism, there always is with first time head coaches. But this move is less about proving something immediately and more about building something deliberately. Arizona is choosing structure over splash, process over impulse, teaching over theatrics. Mike LaFleur now carries the responsibility of turning that belief into reality. His success will not be measured solely by wins in the first season. It will be measured by whether the Cardinals look prepared, adaptable, and purposeful, by whether players develop, by whether mistakes are corrected, by whether the team responds under pressure. Those indicators come before championships. For Arizona, this hire marks the start of a new chapter, one built on modern offensive thinking and a belief that clarity creates confidence. Mike LaFleur is not being asked to resurrect the past or chase the league. He is being asked to define a future that makes sense for this roster, this organization, and this moment. And for the Cardinals, that may be the most important step they could take.